Hey, DOT community, this is Alon coming at you with my new phone. There's no sound. Jeez. With my new Motorola Z3 for its first inaugural Friday night live stream with a Conquest event. Man, I wish I could play more tonight. But I have work tomorrow. Of course. But I did play a little bit earlier today. Now with this new phone, I'm going to be able to play not a lot, but a little bit at work. Just a little bit. Especially on my lunch break. But I was able to do 2 Conquest battles. I thought that was going to be enough. I couldn't slip in a third one before I had to get back to work. But it's still I thought I was like, 20 warp stones. It'll take a while for that to refresh. But so busy. So much other stuff I have to do. Even outside of work today on Friday. So DOT community, if you want to start seeing 10-hour Conquest live streams again, it's gonna have to stop this work thing. But DOT community, that means you have to start paying my bills. I thought about that. I was like, there's no way for me to pull a 10-hour live stream anymore on a Conquest first day, unless I have off from work, which I have no, it has to be pretty much torrential downpour all day, or I'd have to just quit my job, but I can't do that. I won't be able to survive. What's up, Swen? What's up, Alex? Kikaru? So yes, the sound is a little low. I'm surprised because the speaker on this phone is really good. But I don't want to go into the world map and then it's just completely blasting everyone's ears off. But anyway, and I did just recently get to the maxing out my level 20, Castle 23, my portal stone place. So now I have max 30 stones all the time. So it's nice. Just so it's just like a flat 10 like event land or regular battles, or 5 castle attacks. So it's just like a flat, nice, works with everything number now, not stupid 28 anymore. Let's get a conquest battle going because I need to be generating, right? Need to be generating. It's been a long day, and wow, that jar is huge on my screen. Well, sorry, DOT community, the jar is huge this time. Huh. What's up, Daniel? So, I hear fireworks. Alright, well, like I said, I do have work tomorrow, so this isn't going to be a super long stream. But I'm going to try to pack it up with as much great and awesome DOT content as possible. Discord, of course, is open as always. If anybody wanted to join me on Discord, you most definitely can. Otherwise, I will solo this one if I absolutely have to, because I really wanted to play, and I really wanted to play with everybody else tonight. So, last night I wanted to stream, but after a 12-hour day yesterday, I was like, nah. And then it was another 12-hour day today, and I was like, I can't not do a Friday night stream. Just can't. So I've been sending Zeus in. He's actually been crushing these earlier battles. I probably should take a Titan that's a little less leveled up into these early conquests, but whatever. I want to get this Zeus up as quickly as possible. 51 and above. I mean, I won't be like grinding super hard after 51, because I'll want to play with him on offense during events and stuff such as these. But for these earlier levels, I could pick a little bit lower of a Titan. But oh well. Let's see who else is joining us. Allie, J-Dub, Ian Rogerson, thank you for everybody joining in. As always, let me know what you guys think about this event. Are you interested in getting a new Olmer? Not a new, well, I mean, to some people, a first-time Olmerand. Or are you trying to get a... it is a bit loud. Maybe I should turn it down. Again, new phone. So, first time streaming with it. So let me know, how does the sound with the speakers? Do I sound okay? Do I sound better than usual? Worse? I hope not. Which is the best strategy for this type of event? Daniel, I would say pretty much don't use any of the tokens that you're given in the event in any of the early stages. You're going to want to use them in like levels 9 and 10 if you're planning on going all the way. If you're planning on just grabbing because the tokens in this event are like, they are the they're the exchangeable tokens that you normally get for regular events as well. They're all the same when it comes down to before you pull them, obviously. But soon as you pull the actual event relic, then of course they are specifically for that only type of an event. So if you just want to go for your tokens to save for maybe the Monday event, which the relics that we got in the most recent TOW are for, to unlock the Horde. And to be honest with you, DOT community, the SPPs already have the Horde on our test accounts. I haven't even had time to go on and play around with that. That's the kind of like busyness I am in right now. But hopefully on either tomorrow night or Sunday, so I can make some videos. Oh look, what's going on? I'm just chilling back here. Letting these Omegas do all the work. What's up, Frantic? I wanted my first Almoran. I completed it already. Oh, very nice, Edge Channel. But, Daniel, also, too, just for other possible things for what to do with this type of event, if you are trying to save and not spend a lot of gems, like, for instance, on the last day, refreshing your warp stones to get as far as you can, or if you need to do it all in, like, a day like today, because the rest of the weekend is filled, like the first day as is. I'm not saying today is in like daytime, but then you need to grind as many warp stones as you possibly can using one portal stone capping. There's plenty of people. Watch when I go off of here and just go to an area where we have a decent amount of active alliances. Hold on. You will notice, unless for some reason, there's one going on right now. See that? That's a capped land that people, at least in Legend League, people will leave a capped land sitting around or sitting in the open just because they know. A lot of people's are bubbled, as you can see. Somebody would just raided them to close them off, but there are definitely people that are out, at least in Legend League, like I keep saying. Maybe in your league, I don't know, because there's a lot of event-oriented players in Legend League specifically, but there's one. You just go around and you'll find somebody has one completely available land. Now, to make this the way it is, obviously, don't collect all 4 of your lands during Conquest. Like, if you're planning on playing multiple times during that day, and you never know, you might, because when you cap a whole bunch of these people's lands, like I go around, I cap this one, even if this player isn't even on right now, and they're not going to cap back, you keep capping them until, you can't find any more. But by that time, most likely, you've already entered the loop of players that are all doing the same thing. And you'll find that people are already capping back or notice that you have a bunch of undefended lands, and they're capping you. So, and they're all for one portal stone, and the way the portal stone generation is, you can stay a bit ahead of the curve. Now, it just depends on how fast you're raiding. If you're raiding super, super fast, you're still spending some gems on portal stones, but very limited, especially when you also may be using some of the, either the previous event's portal stones that you had saved, which unfortunately my timer ran out on one of them that was right before this live stream, which sucks, but you gotta hate that. But there you go. Can we talk about episode 5? Yes, we can. Either tomorrow night or Sunday afternoon. I'm going to do a special. It's episode 5 because I missed episode 5 last week, which I am very, So I'm going to do that before episode 6. And then we will do normal episode 6 after it happens, because it'll be the end-all, tell-all. This is it. Game over for Game of Thrones. So... I'm just Cat PP for the 3-star drops, and that's fine too, J-Dub. But yeah, Cat Ping Pong right now is the next level from Ping Pong, DOT community. It's that next level. Of course, my first Almoran, I'm looking forward to having him. I hear he's a great attacker and fun to play with. Yes, he's so much fun, Ali. Look, I'll show you. And I'm not a soup, because my Zeus is only 46, everybody. So that obviously shows you right there that I'm not a super player here when it comes down to how many battles I get in all day, every day. But for the time that I do have, I put a lot of time into just straight leveling Almoran up to 51, and then I've just been playing with him. He's definitely awesome for events. He's awesome, like just regular just battling your own level lands, it just jumping around trying to get either when it's a regular event the 3 battle drops, or during a conquest. He's still great to run around with because there's very limited troop loss. So he's so much fun. And probably, I know I got Hell at 23, and she's getting there. And Marek is at 5. I really like Marek too. And Thorhild at 41. So, yeah. I have a lot of Berserkers, and I like a lot of them. Grolgar's another gun. My old Grimwald is really good. Cerberus, I just left him at 25. I don't know, we'll see if we ever work on him again, but... Hell, she'll get there too. She's pretty good. But Almoran, I might have to say, is my number 1, numero uno, for my Spanish fans. Of all the Berserkers. Above the rest. Warp tokens are stored different from soul event tokens. Well, see, that's the thing for Relic. See, I entered this event with 4 of them, and I only picked up 1 in the event. Now, the 3 that I had previously, when I use these warp tokens, when I use them up in the altar, and I go to the next, or I don't use them up and I go to the next event, I still have like 4 tokens. So I don't know. I have, at least for my game for Relic, my warp tokens and my game event tokens are always either the same number of 0 or I have some. And that doesn't seem to be... Unlike Throne Wars tokens. Those are completely separate. And I thought the warp tokens were the same way, but it doesn't seem to be that way. Because I most recently saved up a few tokens. What's up, Snotchunks? It's going to be a lower... It's going on in the lower leagues too. Good, J-Dub. I'm glad. I'm Cat Ping Pong undefended lands. Only downside is no Titan XP. That's true, Snotchunks. Tips catch. Thank you. No problem, Daniel. But the most important thing is really the triple battle drops. It really is. You can level up a handful. Most people will only level up a handful of 4 stars, but that's fine from 0 to 10. If you get 3 or 2, or you just had a really busy weekend and only got to do 1 4-star from 0 to 10 levels, just because of all the relics that you got, there's nothing wrong with any of that, okay? But you do, of course, want to have some cervezas. You do want to make sure that you have gotten at least some benefit out of the conquest. You can't let it go by. All right, so what are we at here? We didn't finish level 2 yet, but it's okay. Now, I do want to get an opinion here on what everybody thinks about... I didn't really even have a chance to read the lore. I should have done it. What does everybody think about the Conquest pack? Has anyone purchased the Conquest pack? Very similar to the Head Start pack at $9.99 with 100 Warp Stones. I think this may be something that people may purchase on Sunday, the last day, because it comes with 100 Warp Stones. I don't know. Maybe. It's available the entire event. See, 25 Portal Stones to me, it's not a lot of battles for those, people that are just trying to do as many, triple battle drops as possible. Yours are different, Ferenic? That's crazy. No? I mean, I'll try to, I'll again continue to pay attention to the number as always. It will be 0. And then I'll go to the next event and it'll be 0. And it wasn't because I used all the ones from the last one. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, let me know if you purchased the Conquest pack, because I don't know, to me, I feel like it's just for people, because it's 100 Warp Stones compared to just giving you, like, it'd be nice if they did, even if they did a $4.99 pack for Conquest, and it was like, I don't know, 20 Warp Stones and like 300 Portal Stones. You know what I mean? I think people would be like, yeah, give me more Portal Stones for more battles, But, I don't know. That's me. And we all got a free gift, which is interesting. Very interesting. We'll use it here very shortly, though, because I want to generate at least a little bit of Portal Stones here in a little bit. So, all right, let's get to it. It almost seems like the sound isn't even on for the game. It's weird. And I am on Discord, too, just in case anybody wanted to jump in. All right. Let's do up some battles. See, seems like it sounds too loud now. Gotta find the happy medium, DOT community. This is, again, first time I've used my new Z3 Motorola phone for a live stream. The picture looks good. Of course, I don't think that makes too much of a difference between the previous model and this one, but I feel like the speaker is a bit better. Maybe the microphone. That just depends, DOT community, if you can hear me better. Did you hear that burp? Was it like surround sound burping action? Maybe. Never know. I did Cat Ping Pong on the first one. Didn't really like it, so just doing normal postage now. Nah, I see ya. Yeah, good way to go. I also have fun after 51. I'm playing with Minotaur now, and he's so strong on Conquest, by the way. Nice, Allie. I think they changed max damage on plinths. Okay. J-Dub says mine are separate. All right. Again, I've just noticed that my numbers have always been the same. But or maybe every time I've ever paid attention, it just so happened that coincidentally my numbers were always the same. Maybe. You never know. Warp Altar is different to Event Token Altar. Oh, Ian Rogers said the same thing. Alright. Like I said, it is a possibility that I've just always had the exact same amount. And that's why I always was like, well, maybe they're just the same. Yeah, look at that. First battle. 2 warp stones. What's up, King Josh? Oh, I have over 10 soul ones, and I have 4 warp ones. Oh, good, J-Dub. That's good to hear that I sound good. I'm just wondering if it sounds better than my previous device. Or if it sounds just the same. To be honest with you, if it sounds just the same, I wouldn't be upset either. So. And if it actually is better and you can hear the fireworks going off outside. In celebration of a Friday night stream. Not really. Actually, should we show you what it's like to use the Almorand? Yeah, I use them quite often though. Whenever I get the chance. But this is my build. I got the health armor combo, or I should say armor health armor. So, and then of course I use skeleton ring 4-star for the health and armor, because that's what they do. And then the 3-star version as well. Now, of course, they do give the Raise Dead, gain Raise Dead spell, 3 for the 4-star, 1 for the 3-star. So you get a total of 4 freebies to take in, as well as your 4 Grenadiers. So in these battles, you really only need to take... It's straight back to soloing days. And then, you know what? I don't even take all the rest of these in. I do need to build some more, though, because it looks like I ran down. I'll take some fire stuff to burn. Check my spells here real quick. Thought so. Let's get a couple more freezes up in here. Soon I'll be able to make the lightning storm myself too as well. Kimosabi says, I think the sound is better. Good. Sound is just the same as old device. Oh, I hear you, Ian Rogerson. Kimosabi, you're just trying to make me feel good. Tag her. How we doing? M. Flores. What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. What's up, BMT? Good to see you. Having a bit of fun. Just wanted to show off I got an all-defense Almorand, which I don't mind, because I have an all-offensive Calvarex, which now, dubbed by Vintage, that they are the most OP Titans in the game. Nobody has Void Resistance, unless you have Resist All Relics on. Well, why a lot of people, most people don't forget about that, but if you have all resist relics, and a bunch of them, all on the same Titan, you can get that resist void right now, without having a special resist void relic. Old device sounded good though. Thanks, Ian Rogerson. I appreciate that. So sound is good and clear at this end, yeah. I mean, enough to make it so that people that are speaking through another device within inches away from the device that I'm streaming with. Check the battery. Oh, look at that battery. Barely budged. I'm looking in the top right, of course, where my battery device. Wow, most people's phones are there. But man, it's not plugged in. I haven't had a live stream in a long time. I haven't had to have my phone plugged in the entire time. So I was really stretching it out to make it to this next, oh, you don't have any more payments. You can just upgrade. And turns out the Moto Z is actually a couple $100 cheaper than when I bought the original Motorola Z, the first, generation of this line, 2 years ago. Because it was like $750 or something like that. It was like 30 some dollars, basically $30 more than my bill every month for 24 months, you know. And now this phone is like 400 and something. And they're like, yeah, looks like your bill's going to go down about $10. I'm like, holy crap. $10 a month. Believe it or not, $240 over 2 years to me is a big deal. Because paying bills is paying bills, man. Which, just in case anybody on here didn't hear this from the earlier part of the stream, if you'd like me to stream anywhere between 8 to 10 hours or longer for a Conquest ever again, you either have to do one of two things. You have to do a ceremonial rain dance on every Thursday before Conquest and pray for and ask the gods for rain wherever I'm working. Or two, you got to pay my bills because then I can just quit my job. What's going on, JJ? So you have to start forking over some stream donations, DOT community, and then I can just quit my job, and then we can then we can get back to the old 10-hour Conquest streams on the guarantee all the time. Oh yeah, that's right, JJ. Are you picking on the lower leagues? Are you being a bully? How long is the stream today? 4 hours? No, it'll probably be an hour. An hour, and that's it. Most likely. Let's see how long I've been going on for. 26 minutes. Yeah, no, it's going to be like an hour, if anything. I can't. Right now, I'm already. Let's see. Yeah, when I started this stream, I had 8 hours of sleep until I had to be up for work. So, every minute we go, I'm just killing my 8 hours. So, if I get off in like a half hour, then I'll get 7 hours of sleep. If I get off in 2 hours, I will get 6 hours of sleep. And onward and onward. And most likely, as soon as I get off here, you know I'm not going to be able to go to bed instantly. It's not like a light switch. We all know that. Unless you've been drinking. Maybe I should just drink more. Then I'll just pass out. No. I don't even have any drinks anymore. Unless it's like maybe a live stream like this. Because everything I have is still from last Friday. Because get home from work, man. Not even one. I'm super tired. Just shower, eat, think about live streaming, decide not to. This is last night. And pass right out. Not so much picking on, more like, oh man, JJ, really? It's like that? NyQuil? Yeah, that'll also knock you out. That's true, especially if you're not feeling good. That'll always work. Crazy balls. What's up, Roy? Oh, a nickel. You found a nickel? Manfred. Manfred still looks cool. Doop, doo-doop, 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 doo-doop. Lucas Z. This is not where you shine anymore. What do you mean, Lucas? Explain that comment. Is that Tyrant or Mr. X? Conquest? What do you mean? This is not where you shine anymore, Conquest. What do you mean? I'm not good at playing Conquest? Or are you implying that because I can't do super long live streams, then Conquest isn't as fun? Explain yourself, Lucas. Not JJ's 2 cents. Oh, yeah. You once said that, man. Conquest is where I shine. Interesting. As in, okay. Well, unfortunately, the way life works is I don't have time right now to do super long streams. Just the availability isn't there. Now, of course, it will be a few months, like probably December, January, February. Maybe longer, maybe a 4th month, but currently it looks like that's going to be a time where I won't be working. Just for a few months. I mean, snow removal if possible, but so there is a chance that that's going to be a guarantee. As long as I don't decide to switch up professions before then, but I don't know. Or people start donating. And then I won't have to have a job, right? No. Can't rely on that. That's crazy talk. The brain thinks I make millions off of donations, which is ridiculous. It's alright. Soon again, we'll have super long live streams. Soon again. Or again soon. But I've also noticed that a lot of other YouTubers as well have slowed down on their content a little bit as well. Not so much Godan, but and not so much Vintage. He had a little lull there, but again, a lot of this is all work and life oriented. But some other people, like Gaming Jaeger, I've seen has slowed down a bit on his content, even though he's extremely active still. Or at least I see that he's extremely active still. Just in game. But, and Bo, he's still doing his normal super busyness. Can join when he can. Makes occasional vids. I'm sure he'll have something cooked up for the new troop, though. I'm sure of it. He used to stream 10 hours, now 1 hour. No, well, tonight, maybe 1 hour. And I mean, you know, if I go back to any of my streams recently, I mean, let's see, let's roll back here. I can see 3 hours and 19 minutes, 2 hours and 46 minutes, hour and a half. That's a bad example. 2 hours, 3 hours, 13 minutes. Now, if you're just complaining about tonight in Conquest, well, I made a comment once and said that Conquest is where I shine. Which again, during that time of the 2 live streams that I've done, out of the, I don't know if I've gotten close to, out of my 500 plus videos that I've made, I'll have to find out how many actual live streams there are out of that. It might. I know it's more live streams than regular videos, though. Definitely done that. So I guess it would be over 250 live streams. Huh, maybe closer to 300 then. So, yeah, there's plenty of DOT content to watch. Throw some of that YouTube money's on. What? At what? Like, at what? And what? How much do you think I have right now? I think I probably have like $60 or $65 from the last 28 days. So, yeah. Again, my bills are $875 for rent alone. So, yeah, that's not going to make that much of a dent. That's not, I also have other bills as well, plus food. So, yeah, that's why people think for some reason that YouTubers that have less than 100K subscribers can, like, live off of what they do. And, nah. That is crazy talk. Crazy talk. Now, of course, if you sell a bunch of merch and do a bunch of, like, hey, this is Zalon, and the new game such and such, cookie cutter, whatever, that is exactly the same as all the other games that come out, like Game of Thrones, what was it, Game of Thrones Conquest? Oh, God, it's so bad. Love Game of Thrones, but boy, what a bad choice with WB trying to make it. So bad. Thought you just bought the ice cream for Princess Z with donations. I do if you ask me to, Prometheo, specifically. Yeah, no, again, every month, if you don't get over $100 in YouTube money, they don't send it to you. It doesn't get directly deposited into your account. So last month I didn't make over 100. So at the end of this month I won't see anything. So you have to wait a whole another month for them to get combined together. So yeah, trust me, it's not a lot. You can pay my cell phone bill at best on a monthly basis. If it's a good month. And if people donate like through the roof, then there are times when it could be like, all right, it could be my cell phone bill and maybe like food for 2 weeks. But not to laugh at any of the donations. It's well above and beyond what I've ever expected from YouTube. But when it comes down to being like, oh yeah, I don't need to work 50-some plus hours a week right now. But it will slow down. It will. I've been told multiple times that in August, September, because everything doesn't grow as fast and blah, 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 that it's mostly fall cleanups and people start complaining because we only get 30 or 35 hours a week, which to me does seem like quite a decrease when you're working like, I think it was like 57 last week, and I don't think we'll get that close this week. See what happens. Because I gotta get back on top, because I said that I shine during Conquest. Can't let that comment live it down. No, just likes looking at this new equipment. Oh, Bo just likes looking at his new equipment. Yeah, right, Kimasabi? It's kind of ridiculous. Bo tells me about all this cool stuff he has and everything else and, like, how much everything costs and blah, 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 And I'm like, I just had to wait, like, 3 or 4 months with a phone that really had no battery whatsoever just so I can get out of contract. Because I didn't have the extra, what was it, like $90 or $120 that I had to pay to get out of it, like 3 or 4 months early. But remember, there's also the upgrade fee. And the fact that you have to buy a new case because they do move a couple of the buttons around. How convenient. It's Pretty ridiculous. What's up, Kool-Aid? 5K left in Plinth 5. Very nice. Very nice. I've just been doing some regular battles with Almorand just for fun, because I know a lot of people are like all about going all the way for him. In this event, I don't think I will be, because I have one already, and he is a lot of fun. What's up, Daniel? Thank you for joining. For all the new people who joined in, how far are you in the event? How far do you plan on going? If I've asked you this already and you might have responded before, you feel free to respond again. But yeah, and for all the people rewatching this after the fact, you've watched for quite some time. And if you want to let me know in the comments what you think about this event and how far you're going to go, please do so. And now, don't forget about the rewatching listeners. I know you're there. Now, you're listening to this. Who, me, Zalon? Yes, you. The person listening to this. Because being self-aware is the cool thing to do nowadays. Bone Wobble, sweet 15-hour stream. You always get ripped off with that free phone upgrade. You always end up paying for it. Well, the upgrade fee, exactly. I'm doing the air quotes right now. You can't see me doing it. I'm like, but I'm out of contract. They're like, it's not really a contract anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, because contract sounded so bad before, because obviously nobody wants to have to be like, oh yeah, it's a contract. Keep telling me I'm on level 3 or 4 and going to level 8. Nice, nice. Just say Godan can help with the pronunciation if needed. Oh yeah, can he now? You know, I just try to get the 4-star skeleton ring if I have time and if I get enough warpstone drops. Okay. Nothing wrong with the 4-star skeleton ring. I showed that off with that. That's on my Almorand right now. It's great defensive skeleton relic. So if you want to make them into nice little walls to make sure that anything that comes after you're ranged is definitely held. Because I think it's a great thing. It's a great tool for them to have. I mean, nothing wrong with having all offensive skills either. I think either all offensive or all defensive is the way to be. When it's mixed, it's a little bit more confusing on which relics you should be using. And with Almorand, I like to have some Grenadier relics along with the Skelly relics, so I can buff both through the roof. Through the roof! All right. And we're going to keep on keeping on. You're going to jump on Discord, but you're going to, so you can play and listen, so you'll be muted? Alright, that's fine. I'm muted too. Nobody has been joining on Discord. This is one of those times, Kool-Aid, if you jumped on Discord and you get prime time to talk. Same thing for you, Setharoth. Oh my gosh. See, I don't know if everybody realizes that all the time. If you get on when there's barely nobody on, or no one at all, you can preach to high heaven. Oh, you got the mask in TOW. Need it. Going all the way. Want more armor and relics for different builds. Interesting, King Josh. I like that. I like that. Come on, late night drunk DOT, nothing better. Right. Right, Bone Wobble. Oh, man. This is more tired than drunk, but. He's feeling it, bro. It's Friday night, though. It's Friday night. We're gonna kick it old school. I'm gonna do another Conquest battle to keep these warp stones at bay. I want to go in with Almaran though. Who should I go in with? Let's do a lower level Titan that I still would like to actually level up. Arius 42, not a great example. And anything here? Yaluth? I mean, I do, but 30 just still seems a bit high. Oh, maybe my second Chronos. 34. Whatever. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was archers. I'll still bring in a bunch. Let's take that setup for a while. Do it a couple times. I still don't have that cursed hammer. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I got the mask. I don't have the hammer or the dagger. I don't have that one either. I'm not DOT religious anymore. Not much preaching left in you. Oh, that's too bad. Looks like you're muted on Discord. Oh, yeah, I was. I'm sorry. I am muted on Discord. I said that before, too. Now, there, I'm unmuted. Frantic, if you want to join back. My B. Knee deep in Bourbon's Discord, not the best idea. Oh, I see, Kool-Aid. You're like, I can't read the chat. Still at work for about 20 minutes, too. Oh, okay. But Mom says you're not doing it right. Kazut? What Bone Wobble? What about Kazut? Oh, if you're asking why I have like a pre-leveled Kazut probably still sitting there, it probably has something to do with probably Pantheon. And that day that we had that extremely rare fusion event that came out of nowhere. Yeah, I definitely didn't even really play much that day. I refreshed both golds 3 times just before TOW finished, trying to get the heart and hammer, but nothing but 2-star rubbish. Yeah, 2-star rubbish is right. Best drops from me come from silver too. Yeah, best drops from me always come from silver as well. I always get 2-star, 1-star event relics, or just better drops, not a whole slew of 2-stars. This is what I'm using right now. Nice, Kikaru. Alex, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Using the cow he's mowing through Conquest. Nice. I like the devs' decision-making, offense having advantage over defense. Well, Swarm, it's always been an offensive game over defense. Because they don't want people to lose too many times and then go, I don't like this game anymore. I can't win. How many times when people can't win, they get cranky. They get cranky.
Maybe he means changing it from 98% unable to defend to 99% able to defend.
Oh, all right. I got a 4-star from Silver 1. See, that's why I need people to be on Discord, Frantic. I told you. Let's see. 4-star from Silver 1. Yeah.
4-star from Silver 1. Yeah.
Oh, when you're not talking, Frantic, I always get a echo off of you. Just so you know. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. We're gonna play Kronos again. Yeah.
How about now?
Not so much. Yeah, every game is offense over defense, Kimasabi says. Yeah. Unless you're playing a tower defense game. Then it's all defense, no offense. What? Kimasabi? I turned it around. Tower defensive. There's those. Why does it feel like we are punished for winning the harder battles? Because we are being punished for winning harder battles. If you can find a Theaters of War video that I've put out in the last 3 months that isn't negative about gold, please let me know. I'd like to see this video. Kronos, for realsies. Stop it, man. Just running in circles. And I apologize, DOT.
No comments? No comments about the Divine Gems end of season rewards yet, Shalon, or did I miss that?
No, I haven't made comments about that yet. Here, I'll pull that up. Because, to be honest, I don't think I've even looked at that since that was enabled, what was it, today or yesterday? I think it might,
one of them. I can see it in the game anyway.
Yeah, it happened within the last 24 hours. I don't know if I should say that, though. People will be like, it happened in the last 26 hours, Alon. I'll be like, oh, God, okay. The last 26 hours, DOZ community.
It should be interesting, although they still don't know the value of actual normal gem.
Never heard of tower defense. Kimosabi, tower defense is a style of game where it's just putting up a whole bunch of defensive things and there's just a constant slew of things coming through. Yeah, I don't know. They're just a type of game. Search tower defense, and you'll see a whole bunch of different games come up, but they're all the same.
You see them quite often in the things that come up now with like hordes of zombies and stuff attacking and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bring back shards, Bone Wobble says. Interesting. Yeah, Kimosabi says, you have been more than clear on how sorry the gold level drops are. I know, right? Just want a TOW where refreshing gold isn't pathetic. Like, I'll never do it. except for video purposes, if I do. But every one I've been doing for at least the last little bit has been my first run. Because I don't even want to even have to be put in the position to refresh if it comes down to it. And that's only because of how sad they are. But if it was worth it, then, you know, I'd be going for it. Although, let me check real quick here. I have 1 and 2 done. 3, I can see 3, I can see 4. 5, probably 6. Last Conquest, I got to about 6 or 7. Do I need a Theros? No. I got one. Oh, he's garbage. Skills. Theros. Got a 2 Mesa Kings already. And I got like 2 or 3 Boa Kings. Not super depressed that if I don't get those. Tainted Heart and Doom Paldrones. Doom Paldrones is good. That's a good relic. Yeah. We'll see. But like I said, my goal isn't to get another Almorand, really. So if the armor pierce that comes with Void Element is capped to 30 or 50%, that would be a bit solution to veteran players who are working on their defense so hard. Interesting. Ian says, "Yeah, I won't ever refresh gold again. Refreshing silver isn't a ridiculous thing, and I only want to say you don't have to refresh silver. Like, you know, do a silver battle and like silver 1 and 2, and then refresh them immediately. But my suggestion it would be if you are planning on refreshing, like not waiting the full 12 hours until they come back." If you're playing, like, say, periodically at work, and you know that you're gonna have 3 or 4 times that you can do it, if then you'll have like at least a good maybe 4 to 6 hours. Well, no, I'm just 4 to 6 hours. I guess it would just be as long as you could do it a few times during the day, and it doesn't bother you to spend a few hundred, then it's not that bad, because it's 600 when it's completely at 12, but it's nowhere near that if you let it run down at least a good 4 to 6 hours in between each one. It just makes the cost a lot less. And then if you're a super baller and you don't care whatsoever, then just go ahead. That's the better place to spend your gems is in the silvers, in my opinion, if you're trying to get event relics. If you're going after a specific relic that's in the gold, good luck. That's all I gotta tell you. All right, let's do more battles. Maybe I should do them with Chronos. Would it be too slow? Yeah, maybe too slow for this right now for the stream. I want to get as many battles in as I can. And I know I'm not going to be streaming for super long. Sorry, I don't need to keep repeating that, but I at least want to keep things relatively fast-paced if possible. Take one of these in. Night, Ian Rogerson. Thanks for joining. Always appreciate it. I refresh silver when it gets below 300 gems. There you go. That's a good goal. You know? And it definitely makes it so that, the free opportunities that you do get periodically, and also too maybe another half a dozen opportunities, maybe closer to a dozen, if you're really, staying on it. You going all the way to level 10 for Almaran? Cool. Yeah, probably wasted 3k gems on TOW. I know better. 6 times 2 stars and 1 star on the other tiers. I think Prometheus said Doom Paladrons weren't part of Almaran's best builds way back then. I thought it was a great relic myself, though. Yeah, I do too. Again, not everybody is going to tell you the same, Some people like this, some people don't. Some people like it to use a different setup. It does come down to your personal preferences and what other relics you have as well. So sometimes people may say it's not part of their perfect build, but then you look at the perfect build in that person's opinion, and you realize that you're missing one, maybe 2 of those relics. So if you have the Doom Paladrons, it'd be pretty smart to be using them instead of just saying, well, I don't have the perfect build, but I do have the Doom Paladrons, but I won't use it because the person says, you know what I mean? So just put that out there as well. When it comes down to what certain people will say is the best or not, it doesn't mean that you're going to have all of what they say. Regret not getting the Piggy and Lubu relics. Calabash and Lubu crown are legit now. Yeah, Dr. Zeus. It does seem like they're, when it comes down to the relics, as much as people may not like the Titan, sometimes you got to play the events for the relics. And I, of course, did get both Lubu and the new Pigsy. So, my choice netted me some really good relics. And not saying that Prometheo doesn't have good ideas on what the best builds are and, what the numbers will tell you with those said builds. Because math doesn't lie in this game, and we know, well, sometimes things aren't correct when it comes down to the breakdown of what's either said and what actually happens when it comes down to, crit or damage or this, that, or the other thing. So, because I know there's something going on with Spearman right now that I keep on seeing pop out. That I saw Yuki talking about with DOT database. Yeah, play the events more for the relics and the Titans. There's Prometheo. Doom Paladrons aren't in the Almaran's attack build. Oh, attack build. Oh, well, yeah. I like to use Almaran in the... I like to use him in the defense. Not like defensive defense, but my Almaran Skelly relic... Or Skellies are defensive. They're not offensive. Like my Calbrax is. Because right now, people are looking at people that have the Lubu's crown and the Calabash and saying, along with those and a few other relics, that you can get your void resist up pretty high. And that is true. But because of the lack of a lot of people not having certain 1 or 2 of those relics, makes it so the full circle of, oh yeah, I can get 80% resist void right now. You know. Plus, I do want to see how many people, because there's many people that were upset about void and everything else, because of course I've been keeping a very optimistic glass half full attitude towards the whole situation and waiting to see it everything actually unfurl and see exactly how great or bad it actually is. How many people have seen people just be leaving the game right now? Like last couple days, you never heard from any of these people for like, a week since we've heard the void is coming to the game. Like, did everyone leave in your alliance? Is there anyone there anymore? Or is everyone still waiting and seeing? Even though people said a lot of things about, this is it, it's over for me, I'm done playing. And then you go and you click on their name in your alliance and you go, they logged in 7 minutes ago. So, again, a lot of people will be all talk because they still love the game. And other people will actually leave. And some will just say that they complained, but they never threatened to leave. Because they still are playing like crazy. Tainted Heart is awesome. Three Tainted Hearts. Wow, it's shell. That's a lot. Prometheo doesn't give us the builds directly. HAL 9000 gives us the builds. Prometheo built Hal, though. Nice. I just did the math, and Tainted Heart plus Skeleton Ring is amazing for Hades. You get the 10x skeleton defense on front line comparing to just 6 skeleton spells. Nice. What's up, FR Rebel? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Oh no. I'm out of relics. Oh wait, how many do I have right now? Of course I have 500. Let's see if I have any in here. Maybe a few. Half the guys I play with don't know the faces of the devs. Oh. I see. Alex has spent too much money to leave the game. I can't leave now. I'm hostage. Nah. You can leave if you wanna. Although there's plenty of people that will switch over their playstyles to something a little bit different. Definitely. That definitely happens. Let's see where we're at. 26 warp stones. Level 3. What phone you upgraded again to? Nokia? No, it's not a Nokia Edge channel. No, it's a Motorola Z3. After JJ's video on Void, I like mine the best. I'm going to make another video with possible solutions in the next few days. Nice. That's good. Always good idea to make solution videos because there is always going to be a lot of complaining, but solutions is what people want. All right. I've been every night since I heard about the Void Troops. I'm back the next day, but I keep leaving. Kool-Aid? So you are like your name. You're like you try to step out of the room, and then you burst back through the wall. Oh yeah! Oh, and then you like kind of creep back out again. Then you just burst through the wall again. Oh yeah! Like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh wait, I said I was gonna use the free gift. Oh well, I bought stones. It's all right. Play the game for what it is. Spend time improving your skill instead of coming up with ways the game could be different, so you would get more doing nothing different. Let me read that one more time. It sounded like it didn't make any sense there when I started dragging into the latter part of that statement. Hold on. Play the game for what it is. Spend time improving your skill instead of coming up with ways the game could be different, so you would get more doing nothing different. That's not bad. You'll always have people always constantly critiquing this game, though, FO Rebel. I'm looking forward to Void a lot like Militia. Family Guy is the best Kool-Aid content. Yeah, you know what? While I was even explaining that, Sephiroth, I was actually in my head envisioning the Kool-Aid Man when he busts through the wall, and then he kind of like sneaks back out. Hello, Arash. Hello, mates. Probably didn't make sense. It's alright. No, I reread it, so it's fine. Well, we do need the criticism. Have some of my own getting posted tonight or tomorrow. Nice. Of course, of course. Well, I'm all about the discussion. I enjoy always seeing what everybody else has to say, have some opinion on myself about whatever's going on in the game. Whether it's good, whether it's bad. Most of the time it's bad. But that's not my fault. Fun fact, Kool-Aid was invented just down the road from where I live. Oh, neat, Corey. Was it like do you know the story of how Kool-Aid was invented? Was it like an accident? Now you got me on the hook for the whole Kool-Aid situation. I need to know. Is there like a statue in the middle of your town with the Kool-Aid Man? And like the original guy that created it? Like high-fiving him? In the middle of town? And when people walk by or birds land on him, he goes, "Oh yeah!" I already left games, so I won't see Void at all, but I like watching videos like yours. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely. The brain does that too as well. I mean, he does play periodically, maybe a little bit, but he enjoys being on the streams more than anything. Oh gosh. Apologize for the yawn again. I'll try to keep those to a minimum. Ooh, Zeus is gonna go to 47. Not impressed with the relic filtering thing. It honestly does nothing to speed up forging or like changing out relics when setting up to attack something. The thing that's so stupid that I've noticed about it is when you do it once, it goes back and resets itself. Like for instance, if you forge up or fuse up like a certain like level, like 3-star, like find your 4-star relic you want to work on, and then I go straight to the 3 stars only, and I go to uh, to to forge them up, and after I do, it goes back to showing all of them again, not just the 3 stars. That's to me doesn't seem like it was really intuitive after all, because even after you do that supposed less time forge or fuse, it seems like you still have to go back and actually go ahead and click to 3-star again. You had something to
Still a
say?
big leap forward, though. From what I found, so much faster. Because before, to get to any of the 3 stars, I'd have to scroll through all of the 4 stars.
Okay.
You don't.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
obviously not perfect. It'd be good to have a flip A to Z as well, but
yeah,
way better than what it was. From my point of view. The way I use the relics.
it's true. The new horde units appear to be simply simply blocking units. Yeah, they do.
Mine are literally blocks.
Yeah, and some people
until
apparently
they fix the bug.
Until they fix the bug, which they stated. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my free gift now. So it gives me another 10 battles, and then when that's out, I think I'm gonna wrap up. So at least 10 more battles, and I'll probably do maybe one more conquest battle, maybe 2. We'll see what happens. You do get to 3-star faster. I'll give them that. Yeah. Juice was 58 when he left the game. He was awesome. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I like playing with Zeus. Nothing wrong with that for some event grinding. It's not a useful feature. Well, they could even do every 5th letter, and then it would be better. Good night, Kimasabi. Gotta go to work in a few hours. Okay. What's a 3-star relic? I had to get rid of mine because of storage space. Yeah, true. True. You would have hated old telephones, the ones that you had to spin. Oh, yeah. I had to use them when I was little. The spin around ones. The wall phone was like that. And so was the one downstairs in the basement. So, yeah, that's what it was like for me, definitely growing up. I think my parents were one of the last ones to get the touch tone phones. Color ID was awesome. Yeah. Do have to thank everybody that was watching the stream today, though, because as always, always appreciate when people interact in the chat, bring up ideas. Just also at the same time, just tell us how you are enjoying the event, how you're liking things, not liking things, whatever you want to do. Whoops. Not a fireball. Uploading my reaction review for Relic filtering now. Was gonna edit, but said screw it. Oh, FL Rebel. I mean, there are some days I'm way more motivated than others when it comes down to videos or live streams. Getting a decent amount of 2-star XP relics, which isn't a bad. Banking those up. But I hope everybody's taking advantage of the Conquest event for what it is. Triple battle drops. Get as much as you can while you can. My first cellular phone was a brick like Zach Morris had on Saved by the Bell. It was awesome. That's cool. That's cool, Corey. Now I got the Saved by the Bell theme going on. It's alright. Because I'm Saved by the Titans. Fireball and Conquest is underrated. They're so useful. Yeah, most definitely when all the crowds start bunching up and everything else. And you do get spell drops periodically in Conquest as well. Uh-oh, the stream is stretching. Watch D jumps on. D's like, did I make it? Ha ha ha. Can you want to stay on longer? Oh. People are desperately messaging D right now. Get on, Zalon will keep streaming. Oh. Battery's getting down there a little. Oh yeah, I remember when a beeper was a big time status symbol, yeah, right? People getting beepers taken away in school and stuff like that. People sending goofy messages to people. Rogue jumped servers to let the whole alliance take advantage of Conquest. Was in a pretty rough server. And R4, so good jump. Just crappy. We had to jump to it. Will you stay on if I join? I might stream a little longer, Vintage. Vintage, you have a plus... Ooh, 3-star. In a warp stone. That distracted me. Yes, Vintage, you have a plus 30-minute modifier if you join Discord. It's like... It's like, it's one of your skills. Adds 30 minutes to live streams when applied. If she doesn't check in, how will we know she hasn't been eaten by sharks? FL Rebel, I mentioned specifically, I said, D, you better check in on my live streams this weekend. Because the community needs to know that you're still alive. And she said that watching live streams is not really great. She says it keeps buffering all the time, so it's like very hard to watch, if not impossible. But she says Discord still works, as if it was pretty much the same as it was at home when it comes down to not too much interference. So, and I think she was on last weekend too, if I remember, for just a little bit. So, anyone knows at what percentages the 3-star in Elemental Grasp max is at? That's a good question. Because we're all going to get a 3-star version, supposedly on Monday. So, the 4-star, of course, will be in the event. Apparently, it's not a high soul count event, even though we got a bunch of soul relics for it. Apparently, it's not going to be very high. 2 stars and a warp stone. Not bad.
That's good, Z.
What's going on, Vintage? Plus 30 minutes from now.
We won't hold your feet to the fire, but say hey.
Oh, and the brain jumps on in chat too? Oh. Yes, Vintage's +1 mace of live streaming. There you go. Now, I did make a comment earlier when I was looking at some of those relics, not the Almoran relics, but the ones before that, like the Mace of Kings and the Bow of Kings. I'm like, I already got like 2 of those each. I fused a couple away already. So some of the relics in the event I was kind of lackluster. But the Almoran relics aren't bad if you want to get a second set of them. But because King Joshua mentioned that he was doing it just for another set of Almoran relics, specifically for other builds. So, I haven't heard too many people mention that, but definitely not a bad idea. It's not saying those relics aren't really good anyway. But you have to have the time, you know. The money, I don't know if it's worth a second round, but that's completely a personal decision, so. But I watched your video earlier today, Vintage, on my way home. So, I got your full rundown on what you think about the event. So
I watched it too.
Yeah. Almoran's fun. I mean,
he is.
Sometimes you just got to get a Titan that's fun.
Yeah, you do.
Well, most of the community won't have him yet, though.
Well, this is his second time being in a milestone. He's been in pull events, but definitely his second opportunity in a milestone. So
Well, you've got 60,000 players, or however many are playing. How many completed the event that he was in?
I don't know. Maybe. Well, see, he also wasn't he also in rank rewards too? Because that does make a difference.
Do you think 5,000, 10,000, or something?
Wait,
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably, I don't know, 10% of players are finishers. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you still got
that'd be an
90%
interesting
that
stat.
don't have him.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah,
if it's an alliance event and he's in rank rewards, even the people that didn't finish are also getting him. So you do have to make sure you're accounting for both. If that was the case,
but not the relics. But they won't have the relics for him.
True. They won't have the relics for him. You know.
So it is something to bear in mind when they do rerun these. That although quite a few people will already, there'll be some that have already got 2 and stuff. Those who completed all the events. There's still a huge amount of players that won't have them.
Yeah.
As in, for me, I have neither of these 2 titans.
Because
even though I don't really want them.
When Titans aren't in rank rewards and are only strictly... when Titans are in rank rewards but in a solo event, it's a lot different on how many players are really getting them, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you have to finish, really, to get them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially the relics these days. You know, the relics are always past.
Yes,
Titan.
that is very true. So,
Brain, I wasn't asking that they have the Calvarax relics return. What they seem to be doing is they kind of sprinkle them in. You know, here's one in the Theaters of War of one in this event, and then we'll have another one in some other event. It's kind of a collector's item.
I still don't even have a Calvarax, so.
Really, Frantic?
Yeah.
He's so good. Yeah. He's so fun to play with. I've always enjoyed him, except for the first month or 2 we've had him because he wasn't useful back then. But
again, he's been out in a couple of events, and I probably complete maybe one every 5 events or something like that.
Yeah, true.
So quite easy to miss quite a lot of the times.
Yeah, give it a miss.
Yeah, just saving for the next thing. That's why Conquest is so good, because especially if you don't have either Titan, it's a lot cheaper.
It is, if you have the time.
If you put in the time.
The time.
Yeah.
Always the time. Or the money. Talking about bathrooms. Already saving up for Omega X skilled Horde Titan. That's the next Dionysus. That's an interesting way of putting it. The next Dionysus. Does that mean everyone's gonna not get him the first time? Is that what you're saying, or no? Because that could be taken that way because a lot of people didn't get Dionysus the first time.
I wouldn't mind getting Dionysus.
Mm-hmm.
Dionysus is a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot of Titans out there.
Yeah.
Rolling out like one a week almost, sort of thing. So there's so many Titans in play. Mostly are useless now, though, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But there's still a lot out there.
So many
I'm looking forward.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, on that note, I was going to say that I'm looking forward to not being a collector now. I think when Void comes out, you know, there's the leak of the champion that's going to have Void damage. Mm-hmm. You know, back in the day, being a collector, I'd go get it. But, you know, he's a champion. He's going to be not very good for an in-game player.
Mm-hmm.
Good, but within a month, he'll be kind of useless.
I'll be going for him on my mini, probably. I need a champion and a paladin on the mini.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, early castle. I mean, a Void champion is going to be utterly insane.
Yep.
All right. Refresh stones. Because we're still in that extra 30-minute block. Brought to you by Vintage.
If you got commitments, you know, just tell me.
No. It's okay. Commitments.
It's only sleep.
It's only sleep to be able to wake up tomorrow to go to work. Don't worry. I'll be all right.
Working Saturday again.
Yeah, again. Next weekend though.
Sleep like a bank account.
I won't. Wait, what's up?
I said you treat sleep like a bank account. So you're making withdrawals tonight, and then you'll deposit later in the week.
No, I'll deposit on Sunday morning when I actually sleep in for my first. I only sleep in like one day a week now, if I can. I'll probably still wake up my normal time though. That's just the way it works.
That's how I used to do in college.
Yeah. See, everyone is seriously mistaken about Conquest. They think they have good reasons for liking it, but those reasons are incorrect and misguided. Explain, brain.
Oh, is this the brain? Yeah, I saw the comment on Vince's video.
Go ahead. Explain, brain.
Okay, are you ready for great news and horrific news at the same time?
I guess.
The exercise is going well?
Our battle drop. It's a Drake scale.
Mount armor?
Wait, what kind of battle drop?
A Drake scales.
Oh. Yeah.
It's like, ooh, 4-star. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, any ranged defense, it's like, yup, food.
I wonder if they'll ever change it so that it actually becomes useful to have defense on your ranged units.
I have people chiming in on my videos every week telling me that having X skill health on your archers is the greatest thing ever. I just don't see it.
Wait a second. What if... I just thought of something. What if there was some sort of scenarios where you actually had to go in with a certain type of troops and, like, for instance, what if they limited you to only using certain types of troops for certain scenarios, like certain battles, and gave you the option to obviously just choose the relics to take in, and they gave you, like, all ranged troops, and you had to, like, do as much damage as possible. I mean, obviously, would you still do all offensive, or would you even consider using defensive relics on them just to see if they could live longer?
Tanks.
If the enemy is melee, you're just dead.
True.
Well, you're just talking about making some shields, essentially, out of some tanky range stuff.
Yeah.
The rest
I don't know. I was just trying to figure out in my mind some way, somehow, that you're put in a position that you can't choose, oh, I want to use this and I want to use that. They just say, you can put on the relics, but here's the troops you have to use. And then
I would be tempted by if they had a much better resistance to spells. So, like, say it had health, it had armor, and it had 90% resist to lightning storm or something. Or those sort of ones. I'd be tempted to use them then.
I agree. That could actually be interesting. You know, if it was only one relic.
Yeah.
The issue is, you know, to have a significant amount of lightning resist, you need at least 2 relics, and I don't want to do that with my attack.
Well, it depends what you put in. If it's archers resist to lightning, 90% archers resist to lightning storm or lightning spells, and then just put it at full resist. So then if you go in and it's meteor strike, you're knackered. Or anything like that. But at least gives you a chance to take a ranged unit in that doesn't get obliterated. Other than maidens. It would change up defenses as well. Not everyone would just have lightning storms all the time.
Alright, so we got a couple things here. We got a couple small paragraphs that people are typing, so hold on. We got, let's see, I stand by my statement, don't waste your money until the 4th Void Titan. That's when they start to get good. So, Sephiroth's saying, give it some time on these Void Titans. So we'll see. We'll see which one rolls out first and how awesome they are. I believe they're coming next week, to be honest, because the way they were talking makes it sound like they're going to start dropping Void Titans soon after the release of the Void troops, the Horde.
They must do. If they're unlocking the gates to the underworld, releasing the Horde who run through first, who will then get followed by certain Titans.
Exactly. So.
And all the Void Titans.
Let's see. FL Rebel says you can complete not only free but profit. Okay, 1. can complete not only free, but profit gems. Triple drops take advantage of. It's a huge growth spurt individually. If taken advantage of as a whole, the alliance as a whole increased strength. Interesting. Maybe Storm Maidens can be meh with defensive X skills. They nearly the same base health as Militia.
Have the great Conquest debate going.
Okay, here we go. Give a couple messages to me, explain my position without commenting on them until I finish, please. I have a certain blow, says the brain. Why does everyone like Conquest? Triple battle drops. I've already explained that triple battle drops are not exclusive to Conquest. What if they did triple battle drops on soul events? People would go crazy for soul events more so than before. Oop. Look at that. The battery notification still comes on, even though I have my on. I'm not commenting, brain. I just had to take a quick pause. I'll continue to read. Hold on.
Yeah, I would be all into anything that had triple drops.
Yeah, true. Okay. People will go crazy. Okay, so we have if Conquest. If Conquest didn't have triple drops, can we agree that it would suck? Silence.
It would almost be impossible because the warpstone refresh rate is awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he just said. I don't know why I tried to hide that comment, brain. Cost to refill warpstone is really high.
I would disagree a bit on that.
Conquest would die without triple drops.
Not for me, it wouldn't.
Not for you.
Because it's still, even if I just refresh the stones, so the 10 stones each time, it will turn out cheaper for me to get all the rewards in Conquest than it will to get all the rewards in a soul event.
So are you telling me if they took what if they took away cat ping pong?
Don't care. Don't use it anymore.
Okay.
Don't either. And by the way, you can feel the higher XP up in Legends. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Really?
He can feel it. In his,
you just feel it.
In his DOT soul, he could feel it. That's right.
They get 400 a battle.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
Only compared to about 3. What would you get in Masters? 360 or 380 or something?
I don't know. You're in Masters, aren't you, Frank?
Yeah, but I've not really been hitting, I suppose, level 25 lands that much. More focusing on the 3 drops, so just hitting the smaller stuff quicker on the mini.
On the mini. The cost to oh yeah, I read that. Therefore, if we agree that triple drops are the main allure to Conquest, then Conquest would suck and die a horrible death, and soul events would be king. Or I'll stop because I can't respond to comments as I'm fleshing out my thoughts. True. But what if the triple drops were there, FL? Would you still like it? Or would you be like, meh? I would say I would play the event probably less because only certain events I would want to participate in due to certain titans or relics being alluring at level 8 and level 10. Because those are the plateaus that I always look at and say, eh, or yeah. So that's how I would see it. So I probably would play 50% less, like half the conquests. Now this one specifically, I am obviously going to battle as much as I possibly can, but how far am I actually going to play the conquest battles? Actually, I should probably do a few of those before I leave too. Like I said, if I have a very vintage approach as well to it, and that is I'll get where I get, we'll see how far I go.
Kind of what I do.
Yeah.
And then it's just things like Sunday afternoon. It's, am I going to go for it or, not?
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, they have this new Conquest package where they give you 100 warp stones. I feel like, and I said this earlier on my stream, I feel like people will use that on, like, the last day. because they're available all the way through the event.
That's like the head starter pack kind of thing, isn't it? For normal event?
Because it goes through the entire event, time-wise, because it's available for all, like...
that would be different.
It's available for, like, 3 days. Head Start Pack, that's a decision you have to make the first time you log in. So if you actually wait a little bit longer, then, yeah, obviously your 24-hour timer does, start when you log in, not when the event starts. But...
So how many evening of gameplays do you guys get for Conquest?
Evenings, we get tonight, tomorrow, and then Sunday. So 3 evenings.
So I only get 2.
And that's based on where you are time-wise. So you get...
Yeah, so it starts on Saturday morning, and then runs through, and then it finishes just when I finish work on Monday.
Kind of a rough deal, actually.
Right?
It was good before they made them earlier. Before they restricted 2.5 hours early. It was fine. So I got home, and then you got from 7 till 9. But now it finishes around 7:30.
Because I totally, Zalon and I get all Sunday. And that's kind of the decision day when it comes to events.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely is.
That's why I used to always finish events on the Monday in those last few hours before it got to end of season, when I was going to finish them. Whereas now, though, I have to finish them effectively a day early.
Hey Z, Vintage, and everybody. I've been eavesdropping on y'all for a while. What's up, Jupiter? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Might as well hit these VP lands. Get my VP.
He's the King of Fire.
Yeah.
He's going to tell us why defensive grenadiers are amazing.
Is he? Oh, man. I'm assuming this has happened many a times, huh? Vintage?
Well, I mean, he's Jupiter. He's the King of Fire. So
okay.
he always likes to...
all things fire. Yeah.
Give shout-outs to grenadiers.
Vintage, what was your take on the Divine Gem rewards?
The Divine Gem reward
that we're getting in end of season now.
Oh, I still didn't look at it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I don't know what the quantities are.
The most important thing in terms of what they've tweaked end of season reward wise, anyway. Or to me, it seems to be.
For shame, Veranic, that Vintage and I have not checked it yet. For shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a war guy, so I'm never gonna get them.
Oh, you get it all the way down to, rank 25 in Masters. I assume it's rank 25 in Legends.
Well, now you're checking, Vintage. Now you're checking. I'm checking too.
You only get 50 DGs for 25th place in Masters, but still.
Look at that.
Top 10 you get
250 for League of Gods, huh?
By the time these new 5-star relics come out, I'm probably going to have 40,000 divine gems.
Oh yeah, let's look where you guys are. You got to be up here.
Actually, that's where we are, I think.
You're at 21st.
We're with One Vision.
Oh, you're in One Vision, not in Events or Us?
For us, I mean, that's the server I'm on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You get 180.
That's a nice little extra bit.
Holy crap, look at this. Wait a second. The 185 goes from 19th to 22nd? So we both get 185 right now, Vintage. Both of us do.
Yeah, the gaps are stupid.
Wow.
They really should have started it from, if you're doing Masters, 150, so 150 for first, and then maybe dropping 10 every place.
Holy crap.
So that you ended up with 50 in 15th place.
Look at all these...
I'm just surprised no one's really mentioned this.
Look at all these crappy shell alliances getting DGs up here.
Look, they're getting demoted and they get divine gems.
Yeah. That's
they messed that up.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. You should not be getting demoted and be a shell alliance and be like, this is my mini that's just chilling, and I got DGs.
Go to the bottom again.
Wait, you want to see? Oh my gosh.
And literally get 0 VP and get divine gems.
Do you actually?
Oh yeah.
You get it to 15th place in Legends.
Yeah, all the way down.
Jeez.
0 VP for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 alliances.
Now imagine if they'd made it that you got 500 divine gems for first in Legends, and then you dropped so much until you get down to 20th place and then stop. And then in Masters, they made it you start with 150 or something, and then drop down until you finish at level 15. That would push a whole load of teams probably wanting to get up into Legends, and also to compete on both levels. But they seem to have messed it up a bit.
Is it communist DGs or is it socialist DGs?
It's DG Participation Award.
Right.
That's right.
It is.
You don't have to do anything and you still get divine gems.
That's crazy. Thanks.
Don't log in for the week, you get divine gems.
Yeah. Yeah, you do it to log in. I don't think you get it. You definitely won't get them if you don't log in. Thanks for stopping by,
back
Brett.
to Brett Huber.
Yeah, big shout out to you, Brett. I was just going to say that too because you just dropping by to say hi. Kikaro says 30 in champions, so 30 spots in champions get DGs. Crazy.
Is that 30 spots, or you get 30 as the top one? Start off with 30. I don't know. So it's only 25 places, I think, in Masters. I'd be surprised if it went down.
Wow. So FL Rebel says rank 50 in Legends is more DGs than Masters rank 1. Wow. Do they
How many is it for last in Legends?
I still think it's over 100. I have to go back and check.
Gee, that's just stupid.
So the fight in Legends is going to get real.
That's what I expected, yeah.
You know, we all kind of voted in Events or Us. Do we want to stay in Legends? Because we accidentally got promoted a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
We all voted, you know, do we want to stay up in Legends? And we were all like, yeah, let's get the extra Titan XP. Let's just stay here. And, there's also Divine Gems. That's pretty cool.
I think it's good that they've put the Divine Gems out, but they seem to have messed up how they apportion it. But who knows? Maybe you will get competitive teams all the way up to 50th place now.
Yeah, maybe.
And not many shells.
Well, wait, competitive teams just being like, we're here for the demotion. We're here, but we don't care we're getting demoted. We just want to stay here for 1 week and then get demoted back down to Masters, but still pick up more DGs.
I think you just identified the new second tier war economy.
Is that what's going to happen? It's going to be try to win Masters to go to Legends, and then if you don't make it, it's still cool because you get DGs and go back down to Masters?
Exactly.
I get credit for it, Vintage. I get credit.
Yes.
No, bad.
But it'll be hard to draw. Because if you're up there battling, well, even if you're just hitting resource lands, you're going to rack up quite a bit of BP. So if you're fighting for the XP, then it'll be hard to demote. Unless it gets really competitive.
But they won't leave at the beginning of the week because going back down to Masters, why? They won't do that.
Yeah, there's no point.
There's no point in demoting at the beginning of the week. You'll demote, but you'll get more than you will in first place in Masters. Which the whole point of why they wanted to go down there was because they wanted to shoot for that 4-star in Masters.
It's going to be an interesting in a few weeks.
These developing war teams, they have war weeks and then they have build weeks anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to work really well for them.
But they're not going to be they're not going to be shells anymore though. We're not going to have a ton of shells. is basically what's going to happen.
No, you'll have targets. And there should be more people pushing up to Masters and stuff as well.
Well, yeah, there should be, because there will be people that aren't going to be like, oh, let's just chill in Elite and Champions anymore. So, yeah.
So I think that is the biggest change they've made towards improving, well, just competitiveness in alliances or activity in the different leagues. Rather than this pre-level Titans or all those sort of things. XP a bit, yeah. But I think the Divine Gems is a big pull. Just get into the higher leagues.
Oh, Shadow Cheese says, man, I guess we Salamari could hop on Legends and chill ping pong events there. Let them know. I mean, maybe there's not a lot of people that realize it yet because it's obviously very new and fresh. But I think as soon as more teams notice the numbers and then realize, maybe we should not leave and get demoted instead. So
there's going to be no reason to drop VP or anything. So it's not as big of an issue if you get promoted.
Or demoted.
Or demoted, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually play as you're meant to play.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, there'll still be there will be teams that still leave because they just don't want to compete against other teams. I think
yeah, they like having all the VP lands and stuff.
Yeah, there's going to be still like, oh, this is the log server. You know what I mean? Like, that's still going to happen.
Avoid garrison hits and things like that, but interesting though.
Oh, now devs are going to kill DGs in seasons. # blame Zalon again. Oh, jeez, the brain. We'll see. We'll see.
This is the third hour, so hopefully they don't get this far.
No, they won't get this far. This is all a secret. Everybody that's on here, 26 watching, yeah. It's a big secret. We'll keep it to us for right now. Let your alliance leaders, and if you're an alliance leader, maybe let some of your team members know that it's not a bad idea to maybe bump it up a league. If you're chilling in Champions, bump it up to Masters. If you're chilling in Masters, bump it up to Legends. And if you're not hanging out in the top 3, then you need to get up here. Get out of Gold League. Get out of Elite League. If you're a higher player and you've been just doing the whole hiding in the bushes, picking on the little guys.
Yeah, and start merging some of the teams as well. So where you've got just a few people in the teams just doing them individually. Start grouping up into bigger groups. Get teams.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is over the next 3 months, I see the great consolidation happening.
Mm-hmm.
And everything just rams up into the top 3 leagues.
Which would allow them to then get rid of some of the leagues they don't.
I was just going to say, I wonder if this is a move for them to just get rid of, like, the bottom 3 leagues. Just get rid of them. Unless, your Castle 13 and below or something like that.
This is what we've been calling them to do for ages. End of season rewards,
there was
worth it.
Because in the beginning when the game was released, maybe the game warranted having that many leagues for how many downloads there were and everything else, but we at this point know that there's a certain amount of player base and, yeah, exactly, way too many leagues. Most definitely. Too many steps in a...
If they're concerned about dead accounts and stuff as well, you can always just take some of those leagues away and off to the side so most people aren't in them, and then just park all those accounts there if they don't have enough space in proving grounds or wherever they can dump them. And then they don't clog up all the lower leagues, so when people jump in, they just don't find it all dead.
Yeah, I've always thought they should just remove, accounts that haven't been active for, 3 months or greater. Just remove them from servers and then, start consolidating things and so forth. But
yeah, see if you can stick them somewhere that doesn't take up space. If it's somewhere that doesn't take up space that people can reactivate them if they want to, just get them out of the circulation and out of clogging up the space they need to run the game.
If you leave your team in the ether but your account's still there. It's just you're not on a server. A war server.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just do it like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it needs as part of the consolidation. Remove all that. Well, start dead wood, I suppose.
Now, Jupiter's saying they should remove the DGs from the demotion. I thought that too initially, but I think it's not a bad idea because it'll actually keep alliances from jumping. It'll actually keep alliances.
Yeah, I thought the same.
I think it'll keep alliances in the leagues, and I would rather have Server 1 of Legend League actually have 50 active alliances, not 25. Because as soon as you see you're not...
was in the same...
As soon as you see that your team is not gonna stay, they leave. Now, even if it wasn't just because there's some big bad bullies around, oh gosh, we gotta be careful, guys. Not because of that, but because your team just is just not in demotion. Oh, we got to get out of here. Initially is the immediate thought.
Well, I was thinking you can give. Same thing. Makes sense to actually do that. Good move from the devs.
Yeah.
You can actually give a visual context to what you were saying, Zalon. You're on our server. Yeah. Just go out to the cloud view and look at the outer ring.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that in a second.
There's nothing there.
Yeah. And
one thing that's interesting,
always
people
like
could
that.
be jumping back in to get the divine gems before end of season. Do you think that'll happen?
Maybe.
I don't know. I wonder if they realize it.
Well, they have to watch this long in the video to find out.
But it shows they have been doing quite a few different things. Yes, Void's the main thing that's caught everyone's attention, but some of these little tweaks will make the bigger impact overall to the whole thing. It's good to see them doing it eventually.
Brain says, no, we want tacos and Big Booty Titans. I know the Big Booty Titans has been on your list for a long time. Just like Titan Reroll has been on Vintage's list for probably just as long. So
since I started my channel.
That's right.
So a question for Brain. Who's your favorite booty Titan currently? Is it Saphira?
Is it Saphira?
I like that. Yuluth, isn't it?
Oh, Yuluth?
Isn't that the Titan with the biggest booty?
We'll have to see. Hold on a second. DOT community, we're going to take a pause break. And
we're on booty watch.
We're on booty watch. Yeah, that's all right. Let's take a look. Here's the Yuluth. Pretty big.
It's got to be 4-star booty, so we're not doing 3 stars.
No, it is. It's pretty big.
She's got some junk in the trunk.
Yeah. You said Saphira? Let's see. I think I got Saphira.
Check out Saphira. Saphira's got more definition.
Wait, Saphira's... There we go. Oh, yeah. Although those plate... what is that? Is that armor on the side? That's giving it... I don't know. It's a tough call, DOT community. I'm thinking... I think Yuluth might have the bigger booty.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. You got like scroll past Pigsy. It's like, nah. he's like the fat old man on the corner, you know.
The thing that's got to be in this conversation. Come on.
Oh wait. So we got Prometheo here as well. What's up, Prometheo?
Hey, Zalon.
Thank you for joining in the late in the late hour.
Come on, you put the vote behind Athena, didn't you?
I would have to say Athena. Oh, that's true.
Well, Brain's saying Valkyrie, and he is the authority, so we got to go look.
All right, we'll go look. Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie's amazing too.
Oh, and of course she floats down. People were very...
He's a stripper that doesn't need a pole.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. It's got some definite Ghostbusters appeal.
Now you do have to look through the translucent wings. It's pretty big.
It's pretty good. She's got a nice hourglass going.
Yeah. I don't know. Valkyrie might... What's up with Valorn?
Got a gold-plated booty, probably.
Yeah, you can't tell. There's a cape in the way.
I look at Valorn and I think Scipio Africanus.
Definitely.
She is the African queen for sure. She looks like she just came back from butchering Unok and panthers all across North Africa.
Roman generals.
Yeah, exactly.
Zalana's lucky D didn't show up. Shadow Cheese said, because we're going through the female Titan booty collection. Yeah. And what was the other one? Athena, you said? I'll do that for you, Prometheo, and then I'll get back to the ooze here. Let's see, Athena. I don't know, Athena, I would say probably the same as Yoluth. I'm still going to say probably Saphira or Valkyrie. That's
yeah, but Athena has nice legs. You got to give
all
credit
right,
for that.
all right. We might give it that. And if this was a leg competition, it'd be hell all day, says FL Rebel. Hell's got them rapey eyes. Brain. Oh, really? But then you got Hades with like no eyes. Ooh, I don't want to take Athena in. Get back on the bench, Athena. You're only here for your looks. Oh, man. Let's take Almoran back in for just a little more Almoran fun. Cut back on the troops. When Athena cuts the cheese, I think her skirt flutters a bit. I had to read that one, Brain. That was real good. A little fluttering, because it's got like that old-timey Spartan look where it has all the individuals. It's not like us.
And then the curtains.
Yeah. Oops. Omran's like, I will stand here. Do something. Hell has best legs. Back to the kitchen, Athena. Brain. Back to the kitchen. Slice me up some pizza pie with that sword of yours. Alright. Dale Dyer, easy. Wait, but Athena has that east access going, easy access going for her. Oh, because she's got a skirt and all the other Titans don't? I see how it is. Because it's getting on that warm season. Gosh, it was over 80 degrees today, and I know for all you people that live in super hot states or areas of the South, you're like, oh, nothing's along. I know, but for the last few days before this, we were having 40-degree weather, and it was very strange for this time of the year to just all of a sudden just drop super low to being like, oh, it's 40 degrees, and that's the high for today. It's like, oh, wow. So, yeah. just recently, all the ladies are starting to finally decide to commit to the warmer weather, because I don't think it's going to do that again. But it was weird the last week.
Okay, Zalon, I'm going to drop off, but I'll see you around, buddy.
All right, Prometheo. I'm going to be wrapping up here soon anyway. But thank you for joining, as always. And if anybody here hasn't seen any Prometheo videos, you're not doing yourself any justice. All right? So,
hey, thanks, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Ooh, wow, Alex, really? Sometimes it pays to be nice to support. I praised how good this game was, and they gave me 2K gems. Are you sure there wasn't anything else when you talked to support? You just so you messaged them and just praised them? Well, you know what? You probably just made somebody's day. I think that's probably what it was.
Yeah. They're like, oh, somebody complimented us or said thank you.
For the first time all week, or maybe even all month.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
99% of what they get is rage.
Yeah, all day, every day. I'm sure if they don't get a message that doesn't have at least 5 to 10 exclamation points, they're probably like, this isn't the real person.
It's a bot.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a bot. There has to be exclamation points at the end of everything that the customer says. Because then that's how I know they're real.
And if there's one job I know I could never, ever do, customer service, interfacing with the public, anything.
Mm-hmm. I can picture it now. You do it for just pick something like I don't know. Because I know the PepsiCo one is actually pretty close by, where I've had a few friends tell me about working there, and they tell me, I mean, a lot of them actually work from home now at this point because they can get away with that, and the company actually pushes for that now because of all the social media stuff doesn't have to be done in-house. So when it comes down to being able to answer questions and stuff, I can just only imagine. Vintage, since you say you work from home periodically, you just be like, I'm not going to go answer emails about people telling me about how they can't read the side of the bottle, like, all day, every day. Some of the stupidest things come through.
You could turn that into the stream rage channel. Just live stream everybody calling me and me just being mean to them and so forth. I don't know.
But yeah,
that'd be fun.
It would be fun. Yeah, the person would be like,
Boys.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Jerky Boys, actually. Be like, can you tell me exactly what we're supposed to do with the product? And you'd be like, listen.
Tell you what, Flapjack.
Yeah.
Or what do you say there, Sizzle Chest? Did you read the bottle?
Yeah. Did you read it? Oh my gosh, it'd be funny.
So the new name is going to be Customer Rescue.
Yeah, Customer Rescue, where you totally screw with them real bad, and they have no idea what's going on. All right, 5 seconds, and I'll have 3 stones. And then I still got to do at least a conquest. How many warp stones I get? Ooh, I got up to 37. Yeah, I got to knock that down before I go to bed. Too many hours will be passing. I don't want to be at max.
Don't let your warp stones fill.
That's right.
That is a capital crime of conquest.
Yeah, it is. Capital crime.
That's the pound on the table.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
2 attacks and you should be good, unless you're going to sleep 14 hours.
Yeah, no. I'll be able to get 1 or 2 off during the day. 3, yeah, probably like 2 or 3 actually off during the day, so that it won't refill.
The brain's just going to take that as innuendo. You know that, right?
Of course. That's why the brain would be really good as a customer service support person.
Like, I'll tell you what. I'll send you your replacement Pepsi if you send me a taco.
Yeah.
Is that a deal?
Is that a deal? And they're like, I'm sorry, what did you say? Do you have a big booty? I don't feel comfortable talking about this.
Send me a booty pic, and then I'll give you your stuff.
I'll give you your stuff. I'll send you free coupons. That's usually what a lot of the customer service reps for PepsiCo do. They send a lot of coupons out to make people happy. when their prompt gets to that point, you know what I mean? Because everything is all prompts. So it's like, all right. It just gets to the point where they're just like, all right, just give them some free sodas or some free Gatorades. Nah, send me booty pics and send you a replacement. See? I knew it, the brain. There's still a... Shadow, analyze Hell's hips from her right side. There's still a serious conversation about exactly who's got the best legs. All right. Yeah, you gotta do this. A little more Conquest. Probably either knock out 3 or get close to finishing. Some of these, some of those. Couple of these.
All right, Z. I'm pretty close to wrapping up level 5. I want to drop off, bang it out, and go to bed.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna wrap these last few battles, so that I'm not so I can keep refreshing over or I can keep generating over while I'm sleeping. And as I could sound incredibly tired, I am. It is true. So thank you for joining Vintage. Hopefully we'll see you again, maybe some other time this weekend. We'll see what happens.
Hey, man. Yeah, if you're on, I'll do my best to make it.
All right, cool. Always appreciate it. Thank you for joining.
Fellas, see ya.
I'll drop out too and go and do some actual battles.
Oh, yeah?
Just chatting.
You're just chatting? It's all right.
I need to get stuff done.
I
think I'm only on level 3 or something. So
gosh. If you're still on the same level as Zalon, that means you got to get going.
Yeah. Don't want to be a member of Procrastination Nation too long.
Yeah, procrastinate. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, see you later.
All right, later, Frantic. Thanks for joining. You're the best, Brain. Oh, Brain's peacing out too? Oh, now the party's really dissipating. That's all right, though. Thanks for everybody joining in, of course, as always. As always. Procrastination Nation. Here on 3-2 FL Rebel? Is it because you're here going back and forth with the brain? Or at least, is it because you're here? Yeah, you are. Hey, Grisha George, you're on 3-2. Nice. Oh, the game crashed 2 times. That's not... You're here until I quit? Alright, thank you, FL Rebel. Thank you for your continued loyalty to the channel. Not saying the others aren't loyal, because obviously there is real life that goes on and you do have to take care of business, but FL Rebel has always been very solid when it comes down to viewership, participation, and even some Discord every once in a while, but only when FL Rebel is in good form. Or should I say, sober form. Would be in level 4 if it didn't crash 2 times. Ugh. And we're good. I gotta maintain my top commenter status, so that's true. FL Rebel. I'll have to check in on that again. Alright, so how many warp zones does that leave me? 27. We'll do one more. That'll probably put me on level 4. And of course, as always, for all the hardcore fans that are watching, and for the ones that are watching on the replay, if you had a good time, always smashing the like button always helps my channel. Make sure that my videos do get seen by other people, more or less. Because the more likes that it gets, the more that the YouTube algorithm knows. And when somebody searches Dawn of Titans, and they also put in the filter of they want to get recent videos, that my videos or live streams will be available so they can see them. So, hitting the like button is basically like helping promote my channel, if you want to look at it that way, without actually spending any money. It's the free-to-play availability of YouTube. But yes. We had some great guests on tonight. And as always, DOT community, I will be back. I'm going to say Sunday because of obviously Game of Thrones. But I might be back tomorrow. Just depends. So it's coming on JJ's recent upload. It was pretty good, right? There we go. 3 down on to level 4. And we're going to leave it at that. My warp stones will not refresh all the way up until by the time I get up and... Oh, okay. What is that? 5.5 hours from now? Yeah. So, alright, DOT community. I will talk to you all again very soon. Enjoy Conquest as much as you can. Get what you want. And enjoy your weekend. Have a good one.